Hey everyone, thanks so much for coming back to Twanky Korean Blogging, and I am going to do my Korean drama review on Suspicious Housekeeper. And this one I am really just so in love with because it's just a creepy, strange, kind of very different Korean drama than I've ever watched. Choi Ji-woo stars in a 20-episode drama with Lee Seong-jae, Kim Soo-hyun, and Wang Ji-hae. I'll give you some of the reasons why I really love this Korean drama. One, it again is just so creepy and it's just weird. I haven't seen a drama like this in a very long time. Usually I stay away from creepy, weird dramas, but there's nothing like super frightening about it. There's nothing that pops out at you that's scary. It's just different. It has a different tone, a different beat, and it's actually a remake of a very popular Japanese drama that was aired in 2011. So if you all kind of watch Japanese drama, you know which one I'm talking about. And Japanese people do things like The Ring and all of those kind of really scary movies very well. And from what I understand, the Japanese drama did very well. So this is a Korean take on the drama. So I think if anyone has watched the Japanese version, please let me know so that I can and give me your thoughts on the different versions and what you think about it. So Choi Ji-woo is a really phenomenal actress, and the last thing that I saw her in was Star's Lover. And what stood out to me is that drama was very reminiscent of Julia Roberts' Notting Hill, where she plays an actress. They both play actresses who fall in love with kind of a common guy, a commoner who is just your average person, not in entertainment. So I thought that was really cool. So the other really famous drama that she was in was Winter Sonata, which was a huge hit in Korea and a big hit in Japan. And her co-star, I think his name is Bae Young-ju. So her co-star also did really well in that drama and has a huge following in Japan. They actually have like a tour in Korea that follows around all the different areas that the two of them kind of were in. It's kind of like Winter Sonata tour, so you get to go and sit in all the different places that they were in the drama. And she also was in Air City, and the fun fact about that Air City is that she dated her much younger co-star lead male in that drama, not just in the drama but in real life as well. So that was kind of like a little bit of dating controversy in her real life. So I think that she did really well in all three of those dramas. I would definitely recommend Suspicious Housekeeper, Star's Lover for sure. Winter Sonata I've never seen, but it's a huge hit. So, and it's one of the big ones that came out in like a decade ago, so you may want to check that out as well. And Air City was very cute. Lee Seong-jae plays the father, and he plays a father that everybody doesn't like in this drama, or I don't like him either. And I've read some comments on the different online vlogging, and people really are taken to not liking this man, and mostly just because he's a jerk. You don't really think, well, I don't think I'm giving anything away because it comes out really early in the drama series, but he was with his wife, and he basically married her because she got pregnant with their first child, and subsequently she had 3 more kids. So he has 4 children altogether. There's the oldest daughter, and I'll get a little bit more into her in a bit. The 2 younger sons, one who's just kind of an airhead, kind of a jockey, muscly, hot-tempered airhead. The third one, the son, is a super smart kid, kind of a little bit introverted, a bit of a nerd. And then the youngest daughter, who's really cute, and you'll see a lot of crying from her, very good acting from her. So he married this woman, the mom, and she ends up, killing herself. And that's not a giveaway because it goes right at the beginning of the drama, over the fact that an affair that he has with a coworker. And so you really dislike him, you dislike her, but as the story evolves, you kind of get an understanding that I think he felt trapped and he doesn't even know if he really loves his children. And that's when you really kind of question, what kind of a parent is he that he doesn't automatically love his child? but I think he's distanced himself so much from the family that he really doesn't know if he loves them or not. And maybe he just felt caught up with the whole marriage, the wife, and actually the wife was turned away by her father because she married a guy who didn't live up to his standards. So she actually comes from a very rich family. And the father of the woman who killed herself, he's from Grandpa Over Flowers, and he's one of my that's one of my favorite shows, Grandpa Over Flowers. So if you get to watch that, check it out. So back to this children. So you're really kind of thinking, okay, I really don't like this man, and yeah. But as the time goes by, you kind of get a better sense of why he's like this and why he just is just this person who you don't like. And he was actually the antagonist and the really hateful person on Goo Family Book. So this man plays kind of like a person that you kind of feel compelled to dislike in Korean dramas. He does such a good job at it. He's actually a very good actor because, I mean, anybody who can really take that emotion and bring it out there is somebody who's got to be a great actor. Otherwise, he's just very good at playing himself. But I kind of doubt it because I think he does play slightly different roles in each of the dramas that you can, I just feel like he's a really great actor. And his lover, the girl, she's a whole different story as well. So Won Ji-hae is the mistress. She's the other woman that you kind of dislike already, just the fact that she's the other woman, and she plays the other woman really well. So in Perfect Neighbor, she was so good in that. Like, just the way she holds her face, the looks that she gives, just kind of her demeanor, she kind of gives off that air, the vibe that you don't want to like this woman, especially the fact that, you know, she's just mean. She's mean, she's selfish, she wants just what, you know, she can get out of people. So in The Perfect Neighbor, she was like that. She's also in Protect the Boss, and I actually at first didn't like her, but that show was so quirky and cute that even though each of the characters were kind of like, had their own quirkiness and likability and things that you didn't like about them, the show evolved and her character evolved into something like, oh, well, okay, she is actually likable even in her whininess, even in her brattiness. There's something lovable and cute about her. Protect the Boss is also another Korean drama that I highly recommend. Perfect Neighbor was also really good. I thought the storyline was great. I just remember really enjoying watching that during the summertime. Protect the Boss. And then now she's also playing a great character in Suspicious Housekeeper. So she is somebody you have grown to love to dislike because she's just very good at it. Kim Soo-hyun also plays the eldest daughter in Suspicious Housekeeper, and she plays it really well. She's kind of coming into the teenage years. She's paired up with these really cute guys that she's kind of dating in the drama. One guy is kind of a jerk. He's gonna possibly, you know, not take advantage of her, but yeah, maybe take advantage of the fact that she's naive, she's hurting because of her mother's suicide and all the things that's going on with her family. Then you've got her oppa that will probably save the day and kick the other guy's butt. So I guess that's still an ongoing developing story. She also has a bit of drama kind of going on with her father. She's very strong-headed, level-headed, and, you know, she feels very wronged by what her father did to the mom, and also just kind of this ongoing sense of neglect that her father keeps putting on them because he doesn't even know if he loves them. So she's going through a lot of angst there. And I think she did a great job as a child actress playing like would-be queens, princesses, really the younger versions of the would-be empress or queen later on. And she actually plays those roles really well too. Kind of like usually the antagonist. She was in Rooftop Prince, and she was also in Moon Embracing the Sun. And she was both at those times, I believe, the younger version of the girl that is the antagonist, like once they're older. And Moon Embracing the Sun, love that drama, highly recommend. And also I loved Rooftop Prince. So if you can check out those dramas. She's not in it for a significant amount of time because it's not focused around her character, but she does play a very good role in those dramas as well. And so just to get back to the Korean drama itself, is that Suspicious Housekeeper, there's something going on with Choi Ji-woo's character. She's got, a very robotic, almost like Asperger-like personality. And I think that has a common theme. You saw it somewhat in Protect the Boss. You saw it a little bit in Master Son. You definitely saw it in The Good Doctor. So, and even a little bit in Alice in Cheongdam-dong. So these main characters who have a little bit of a personality disorder. So she definitely has one, but I don't know if it was something that she grew up with, but then she has a photographic memory, not photogenic, photographic memory. I obviously don't have one. Photographic memory, and she's able to rattle off quotes and basically SAT, LSAT type things, GMAT things that no one would know except for somebody who is a genius. And she also plays somebody who lacks emotion and is willing to do whatever is asked of her through the people who employ her. So she's just a very interesting character. The father, again, is he's kind of a sucker, I guess. I don't know how to explain him. He gets trapped into a marriage that he doesn't think that he wants, a family that he sends off to the Philippines. Then he has this mistress that's just kind of like working him over, basically, creates a situation with the wife where the wife kills herself, then, turns her back on him and claims sexual harassment, and also just then goes after another coworker. So she's just a little bit out for her own good and vindictive and self-involved and has a big ego. So she's got her own set of things. Then you've got the eldest daughter who's going through high school, going through, puberty and all of those hormones that teenagers have, where she's having some difficulties. The eldest son is, like I said, an airhead. He has his own thing where he's confused easily. The youngest son, the second to the youngest, he's very bright, very smart, but easily picked on. He's bullied. He asks the housekeeper to do something that's just not quite right. But the thing is with the story, each time that, they ask her to do something, it somehow resolves itself on its own, even though it resolves itself after something really horrible happens that she kind of caused because they asked her to. So I think that that's where a lot of the tension and a lot of the drama unfolds, because they're asking her to do something, she fulfills their wish, but then they regret it, or something good happens out of it, but almost at the consequence of something really terrible could have happened. So they touch upon high school bullying as well, teenage sex, adultery. But I think what I find the most controversial is the topic of suicide, because Korea does have a significant suicide rate. It's definitely a huge problem in Korea. There's a lot of actors and actresses who had very publicized events around their suicide. I hear the reason why the subway systems are enclosed with doors now, they used to be open, is because people would throw themselves into the subway system, so they had to start, taking away that opportunity, I guess, or that option. And so I think what I struggled with the most in the first few episodes is that the little girl is very obsessed with it. So it's not just the storyline, but I'm also wondering how this is impacting the girl herself in real life, because they're asking her to talk about something that's a very adult topic. Suicide is not something to take lightly. So I'm kind of wondering, how is this impacting this little girl's life in reality? Because it's a very scary topic. And so I'm kind of a little bit, not put off, but concerned. So maybe that's just something that I really shouldn't think too much about, but that's what I've been thinking about when I watch this drama. But again, this drama is so well worthwhile. There's so many great actors and actresses in it. The storylines are compelling. I really enjoy it. And if alone, just watch it for some of the quirks, because they've got this, it's kind of like a strange evil, well, not evil, but dark Mary Poppins, Nanny McPhee, the babysitter kind of with the really weird twist in it. And you get the last episode that I got was like there's something sinister about the housekeeper's background, and you can already tell because she's warped. And then there's just some funny scenes, and I kind of captured some of them here. So I definitely would check this out. I highly recommend this Korean drama series. It's one that I have not seen one like this in a really long time. So please like and subscribe to this video, and I will set my last video here where you can click on and check it out as well. So thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.